Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to go on a great adventure into the most epic safari here in Kenya. Okay.
This is called central part of Kenya.
Central Kenya. Okay.
It's mostly green like this.
Yeah. So there's like a rainy season? Do you feel like you're gonna see something new each time, or you're like, I've done this already a bunch of times, this is normal?
Maybe, I want to say it's luck. Maybe Patrick tell us.
You said it's luck?
It's luck.
Yeah, okay. So right now we're in Sarova Shaba because the middle of the day is too hot for a lot of the animals, so they really aren't out as much, or they're like kind of like hiding and stuff like that. So we're doing like an afternoon, evening game drive.
Family we have here.
Yeah? Oh yep, the tiny babies right there. So most of the areas you're not allowed to get out and walk by yourself, but there's like little bits and stops of areas that you can. And this is one of them. The reason we can come up here and get out the car is because you can see 360 around. And it's safer that way, you can see something coming. Sunset of the safari. So it's just about getting dark here, so we're about to head back home. Because I don't know about you, but I do not want to be caught out here in the pitch black dark. So we just got back from dinner here at the Sarova Shaba Game Lodge, and dinner was delicious, and I ate it so fast so that I could come back here and lay in this bed just like this, because I am tired, to say the least. And tomorrow is another early call. Don't mind me if I check out real early here, and I've been going to sleep so early since I've gotten to Kenya in general, because I feel like every day we've been going. But you gotta be up when the animals are up, because that's the whole point of being here. So, wish me good night. So good morning. This is our first morning game drive. It's about 6:30 and we're heading out to see the animals because they like to do stuff before it gets too hot. So I'm not really hungry because we had a pretty full dinner last night, but I am getting ready to get back on with our safari. I think every single day I really can't help get over how beautiful this place is. Just like walking around the grounds, and you know, you move really quick because this is just a week here in Kenya on safari, but you hear of a lot of Europeans who, oh, there's a monkey that way, maybe I better go the other way. I see why people were staring, because there's baboons this way. Bigger baboons, which they said already you don't want to mess with. There they are. Just made it into Buffalo Springs Wildlife Park. This is all she needed to spot was a giraffe. Good morning, giraffes.
I just saw the most beautiful, graceful animal. It was majestic. I loved it. I could just sit there and watch them and watch them and watch them.
Do you want to see another one?
I'd love, oh yes, definitely. I want more now, more. more. Seeing one doesn't make you feel satisfied. You want to see more.
Crazy. This camera could not pick it up and do it justice, but this is beautiful. He's getting ready to hunt. So you see two jackals behind him getting ready to pick up like his leftovers essentially. All the rest of the animals out here frozen in place and they're all facing each other.
Lay down. Just lay down. Okay.
You guys are like ready for a show, but he's waiting. He's waiting for the right time. It's crazy. Everyone here's like, we want to see him run. We want to see him run. But we all know the cheetah's not going to waste any energy that it doesn't have to. We're talking to a fellow safari trekking band. What I think is really cool is when you see something, you tell them, and when they see something, they tell you. We've gotten back from our game drive, we've had lunch, and before we can do anything else, I need to decrease my overall body temperature by getting a dip in this beautiful, wonderful pool here. I'm gathering that it's pretty rare for there to be a pool. In most places you go on safari, so we leave here tomorrow to head to our next destination, which is Lake Nakuru. So I'm going to try and make it a big point to enjoy this water while we can for the next couple hours because the animals are not out in the middle of the day. So I'm going to also take a note from them and appreciate staying in this pool away from this midday heat. Alright, so we're headed out to our next stop on our beautiful, epic Kenya tour. We're headed to a village that I actually found years ago. I can't even remember what year, but I told my mom such a long time ago that I really wanted to come here, which it is basically, it's called Umoja Village, and it's a village of all women. So basically, they are a village of women who were abused and misused, let's say, by society. They were part of domestic partnerships that included abuse. There was all different types of things happening, and so a woman years ago, I believe it was in the 90s, I think her name was Rebecca Lolsoli, I believe, I'm probably butchering that last name, but she started a village of all women, and men are not allowed to live and be a part of the village. They can come and visit as long as they're like peaceful, and essentially they survive and thrive based on selling crafts to tourists. So I'm preparing myself for that part, but I just think that this is something that I really believe in, so it's really important to me to support this kind of thing when we are participating in tourism. So let's go check out this women's village here. It's near the Samburu National Park, and so we're gonna head out there right now. Headed out, coming out for afternoon game drive. What if we've just been seeing the same one again and again and again?
Final sighting of this evening, we see a sleeping Cherie. It's easy to tell this is a rare spot here in the jungle.
So we started the day with a found cheetah, and now we're ending the day with the found cheetah, but it's us and literally everyone else in Samburu National Reserve. Look at this.
He doesn't care about nobody, but he's trying to get you. He's looking at his food over there. This yeah,
Where?
So if you thought you would be alone when you see something cool, you won't be. 2 cheetahs in one day, and now we're going back, but that was really, really cool, and looking forward to what tomorrow will bring.
They just ran. Yeah. Oh, his food just ran? They all ran.
Basically, right now we're doing a demonstration that shows you the poles on both sides of the equator. So when you're on this side of the equator, that the water is going to turn clockwise. And at the center of the equator point, the water is going to stand still. And at the other side, it's going to go counterclockwise. So science in action, I guess.
We have hippos.
Hippos?
We have so many species of birds.
Lots of birds.
Fish, no crocodiles.
No,
No
crocodile.
crocodile.
Okay.
No crocodile.
Okay.
Hello guys. Come close.
They want you to give them?
Found a hippo family, and I guess we're getting closer. These are all males. It's a family of males, but they're all injured because they've all tried an alpha male hippo that has a family with females. So,
The lonely hippos are the most dangerous hippos.
oh,
You don't get too close to them.
they're like incel
They are
hippos,
dangerous because they are angry they lost the fight.
and they're horny. Let's be honest. These are the horny, angry, injured male hippos. Art imitates life, I guess. See that the shorelines came up really high because this was a gazebo that used to be part of the hotel that's back up there. But in the last couple years, there's been some really drastic rains and the water levels have risen really high. So all these trees you see out here all used to be just standalone trees that are part of this hotel's property. So a lot of changes in the last couple years to Lake Naivasha. So we just got off the boat and now we're doing kind of a nature walk by the lakeside, but we just got told a pretty interesting story. So all these trees that you're kind of familiar with that kind of give you that like iconic Africa feel are called acacia trees, but these ones here specifically are called the yellow fever acacia trees, and we just heard a story on why. So essentially, when the giraffes eat the bark, if they eat the bark for longer than about 15 minutes, the tree bark itself becomes toxic, which is a really beautiful way to kind of show that the trees and everything is alive. And essentially, the one that becomes toxic in one area communicates to the other area. So the leaves are fair game, but the bark becomes toxic if the giraffes eat them for longer than about 10 minutes. Amazing, beautiful planet Earth.
We're walking on vibes that we didn't know were going to be here. We're walking amongst zebras, wildebeest, and soon to be giraffes.
Excited?
Very. That's so close. Could I be to a giraffe? Closest I ever thought to be to a giraffe in my life. So amazing.
Our guide just told us something pretty interesting. They said that during COVID was actually one of the hardest times to avoid poaching in recent years. For the most part, Kenya is pretty good about protecting their wild animals, and there's no more like big game drive things like, you know, people killing animals for sport. but I think it's because it's transitioned mostly into tourism. But when there was no tourism, there was a lot of people who believe that if you eat a wild animal, it'll help you stay strong against the risks of catching COVID and passing. So it's a very interesting thing to consider. But you know, we're really drawing a comparison here between like the benefits of tourism for somewhere like Kenya, where they're depending on the animals because no tourists, no animals, and vice versa, and the locals would do something different. So it's very interesting to consider.
So the hippos don't usually come out until nighttime, but we have some that came out a little bit early, and at first I wasn't really believing they were real, so let's go look at all these hippos. So this hotel feeds them, which is kind of
We're here today at the Osotua Luxury Resort here in, Naivasha. So we did the boat ride yesterday. We're actually only here for one night. So we head out from here, we're having some breakfast, and we'll head to Masai Mara, which is a super popular one that everyone goes to. Unfortunately, with a quick safari, you hit a lot of places, but you don't get to hang out. We're cycling through Hell's Gate National Park, a very unique way to see a national park. There's no lines here, so I think that's why they allow the cycling, because there's no predators that are gonna try and get you while you're riding on the bike. But what a beautiful way to start the morning. Also, this is the park where Lion King was inspired by.
This way.
I could do this.
Jambo Bona, habari gani? Nzuri sana. Kenya letu.
it means no worries for the rest of your day.
So this is the gorge from the scene in The Lion King. So this gorge is pretty dangerous. A few people have actually passed away in here, so you have to get a guide and then also get permission from somebody who's up in a higher perch to come down here. So Leiki is our guide today, and we got the approval.